All right, so I hacked the hell out of this thing. This had the unusual lid, styrofoam lid, on top of the lid. That is, watch the sweet tea. Sweet tea, house white of the South, yes sir. That's unusual. No, the other ones that have come so far had just had this set up right here, like a coffin case, where the guitar is underneath this piece here, flat. So that was kind of weird to have this top piece, but okay. Extra protection, I dig it. So here's the unveiling. I just had put the camera down, the phone down, because I had to cut through all this crap and make a big ass mess. So this is not neat, that's for sure. You know, make sure you cut it open in a place where you don't mind making a mess. So here's the unveiling. This should be a SG copy with a really, really sweet flame maple top. We'll see. We'll see how good a job they did. So look at that. I got a pretty little thing with roses on it. Dear valued customer, blah, blah, blah. Been sent. We hope you're satisfied. Positive feedback. Blah, blah, blah. The vendor's name was Betsy, because I think one of the reasons to look at these Chibson videos is to see who's a good vendor, who's not. The second guitar I bought, which I call the Flame Out guitar, I try to get a nice flamed curly maple top on the Les Paul. It sucked. It was a poor quality guitar. I spent relatively a lot of money for it for a Chibson and wasn't happy. I'll go over that too. That will have its own video. So I'm just hoping this one is what it looks like on the picture. And if it is, then, you know, go look up Betsy on AliExpress and I'll talk about how to do that. But back to the guitar. Let's see what we got here. Once again, they put a lot of little pieces in here to protect it, which I appreciate on this long journey. I would say this is a good packing job. We can already kind of see the flame underneath there. Looks pretty so far. Then you see they even wedged the thing in there in between the knobs. That was cool. Alrighty. Let's just go ahead and take advantage of this rope here. Oh yeah, that is a really, really pretty top. Now of course it's veneer. It's not a ½ inch thick. Well, on Les Pauls it should be a ½ inch thick. On SGs, I don't know, but it's not a correct solid maple cap. But man, is it pretty. And one of the things I was really excited about was I have never owned a guitar with a 3 pickup configuration. I mean, other than a Strat. I haven't owned a Gibson guitar or an Ibanez or any of those that had 3 pickups. I've got a real 1966 P90 just sitting in a box taken out of an old SG years ago. When I was young, dumb, and full of cum, and I hacked out an original P90 from a real SG and put in a humbucker because I was an idiot. You know, my bad. Live and learn. So it's got the cheap Chinese bridge, and once again, the way you know that is by the screw holes there. They're smaller. They're getting smaller. They're getting better. But the fact that that's a screw instead of a post tells you it's not a real Gibson. And these are plastic instead of real mother of pearl. Believe it or not, you can get, and I will do another video showing you one where you can get real mother of pearl. And it's got the 2-button bell on it. Once again, that's the early ones had a 3-hole like an Epiphone, and the Chinese got wise to that. And I see the little crown, little mother of pearl crown here. Come on. And the hideous glow-in-the-dark green knobs. You can see that. It's terrible. God, it's awful. So, you know, and then, oh, look at, oh, they put black tape. Now, one thing I did want to say is if you notice, where are we? Way up up there yet. If you notice, this was untouched, and that means Customs didn't check it. I've seen a lot of Chibson videos where the top end was broken off, and Customs lifted up and broke the case to see if it said Gibson on it, and if it did, they confiscated it. So I was very happy that this came in 7-8 days, and I was also happy to see the top of it was not broken, which means the Customs didn't, peek. Well, what they're doing now, very clever, the Chinese, is they're putting black tape across the top of the name, the emblem. So there, there you go. That will fool everybody. Hey, whatever gets them through the day. Like I said, this is my guitar. I primarily bought it for the 3 pickups. I got a real P90 I'm going to put in there, and I'm going to put a Seymour Duncan P-Rails, which is an insane pickup. Really cool. Check it out if you haven't. And then this is so cool. What I really liked about this was the single coil in the middle position. So I'm going to get a Seymour Duncan. I've already purchased them all on eBay. They're coming. I can't believe how fast this guitar came, because normally the pickups and the crap came before the guitar, but this thing came so fast. I don't have the new pickups for it yet. But when they come, I'm going to go ahead and replace the pickups, which you're going to do anyway on these Chinese guitars. Now, long story short, I had a SG, a 2004 SG Standard, black. Came with chrome hardware, standard Gibson home hardware. I took all that off, and like I said, I put a JB pickup in it and a Classic 59 bridge pickup in the neck. And I went ahead and took off the chrome bridge and the chrome tuners and put gold tuners on, real Gibson tuners and a real Gibson bridge gold. Did that years ago as soon as I bought the SG. So all that stuff's been sitting in a box along with the 66 P90. That's all going in this guitar. So the whole point of this was just to get that really nice flame maple top. And yeah, it says Gibson on it. I'm okay with it, because I'm not going to go out and try to sell this as a Gibson for $2,500. I need a nut. This is a plastic nut, so I need a bone nut. I'll put that on. I'll put on the real Gibson tuners that aren't alien iridescent green. That's the most hideous knobs in the world. The logo is okay. I mean, it's, every hear, far from good, good from far. Up on stage, you're playing, it's good enough. It looks like a Gibson. Just really, really pretty body. So Bessie, you knocked it out of the park. I'm really happy. And yeah, this has got to go too. You got to, obviously you got to change the jack. You got to change the pots, and you got to change the jack and the switch. So those are all just standard things you're going to do on a Chibson, any style Chibson. But now the body, the fit, the finish, the binding. I mean, most important, duh. You're all sitting there like, hey, you fat dumb bastard. How much did you pay for it? Shipped. $256. In the beginning, when I said for what they are, they're actually a good guitar. $256 for a really, really pretty veneer top. And I did not buy the one-piece neck, and you really can't tell because the stain is so dark. I mean, this is probably a 2-piece neck, but once again, when you're playing it, I'm not even sure you could feel it. I would guess this is a multiple piece neck. There's a little flaw in the finish right there, but once again, guys, this is $250. I mean, come on. And then I got a Les Paul coming right behind it with the same type of flame top. And now that I see the flame top and I see how pretty it is, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that Paul for the same reason. Just the reason I bought the one from the kid who bought it at the flea market was I didn't have a Paul. I had a real SG. I had plenty of Fenders. I didn't have a Les Paul. So wanted one $300 with a case and American pickups and Grover tuners was the right price. $250 for this. I'm happy. And I can't wait to to go ahead and put those pickups in and make it sing, and the American hardware, the real Gibson SG bridge and tuners. It's going to be a beast, and I'm going to keep it forever. So there you go. I'll leave comments below. If I have time, I'll answer. Talk to you guys later.